What's up, guys? Today remember to like and subscribe to the video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. Today we're doing a two. I'm gonna go and get into it. Today we're doing a 2-round NFL mock draft, and let's just get right into it. Number one, pretty much what everybody's got right as of right now. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking Travis Hunter with the number one pick. Pretty self-explanatory. Here we come in number two. So there's controversy. Shedeur, Cam Ward, who's gonna go number one. As of right now, who's gonna be the first quarterback off the board? As of right now, I think it's Shedeur. I just do. Right there. By the way, there's no trades in this mock draft. I might do one of those soon. But yeah, so focus closer. Number three, the Giants. The writing's on the wall. They just cut Daniel Jones. Tommy DeVito kind of sucks now, so it's gonna be Cam Ward. All right, so here we go with the Patriots at number four. They could go receiver here. They could go with any of these players, besides probably not Will Johnson because their corners are decent. I think it's gonna be an offensive tackle. I think it's gonna be Will Campbell here. Their O-line can't block a spam call. At number five, I got the Panthers going edge rusher. Now, they could get of course, I consider Jalen Walker an edge rusher. That's what he's considered. Abdul Carter, James Pierce, Micah Williams, Nick Scorton. There's controversy. Any of these guys could be the number one edge rusher in this class. Mine is I think Abdul Carter is probably the best edge rusher in this class, in my opinion. I think the Panthers are going to take Abdul Carter here. It could be any of those guys, really. The Jets at number 6. Let's see what the Jets go with. Don't think it's going to be a receiver. Could be offensive line. I think it's a little too early to take quarterback. There aren't any on the board. Who would the Jets go? Would this be? Could be a trade back spot, but like I said, there's no trades in this mock draft. I think it's going to be an Mason Graham's going to be my pick here. I like that pick. I think that's the best option there. Number 7, the Titans. I think it's going to be McMillan. Just not. You guys know I can't pronounce names. I'm not even going to try. I gave up on trying to pronounce his name, so he's just a really good player. His NFL, he's just he's fun to watch. You just go up and get the ball. Yeah, his NFL comparison right now would probably be Drake London, Devontae Adams. Yeah, I think that's going to be the pick here for the Titans. A really good player. The Browns, yeah, they need a lot of things, but offensive tackle is offensive line is just one of the biggest ones. So I think they just go ahead and start the rebuild and start it with taking an offensive lineman in the top 10 here, Kelvin Banks out of Texas. Number 9, the Panthers. They could use they need an edge rusher badly. Their guys are getting old. They need a quarterback. But Will Johnson's here, and he fell. All the way at number 9, and they just traded Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders. So I think Will Johnson will be the pick here for the Panthers. Excuse me. Number 10, the Bengals. There's several ways they could go with this. They could take a running back. They could take a receiver. But their defense is absolutely atrocious, and Joe Burrow is being wasted. So I think the Bengals are going to go. If Will Johnson manages to fall here, that's great for the Bengals. If they could take Kenneth Grant here. But yeah, again, if Mason Graham falls to the Bengals, that's great for the Bengals. But as of right now, I think they're going to go ahead and they're going to take an edge rusher. Sorry about the camera work there, guys. And I think the next edge rusher off the board will be Nick Scorton out of Texas A&M. I'm pretty high on him. Number 11, the Chicago Bears. Their O-line is atrocious. They're going to go O-line. And I think it's going to be Tyler Booker here. Their offensive tackle it's not good, but it's not bad. I think they go ahead and take Tyler Booker here at number 11. Here we go with the Dolphins. I just feel like they don't need a running back. They don't need a receiver. They don't really need edge. They could use defensive line. I mean, Malachi Starks is here, and I just feel like Malachi. Sorry, guys. Didn't realize bad camera work. My bad. Malachi Starks just feels like such a Dolphins player, dude. I'm gonna go with Malachi Starks here. Number 13, the Cowboys. Everybody has them taking him, and I do too. Ashton Jeanty, their running back room is atrocious. Although Rico Dowdle has been playing pretty well as of late. Number 14, the 49ers. I think Kenneth Grant will be the pick here. I like Kenneth Grant a lot. I think Walter Nolan or I think any of these guys, like, this is a really good defensive line in edge class. It is, but I think that's gonna be the pick. Corner, I think Benjamin Morrison's the better player. I think he's good. Hopefully he'll be back. He's out for the year, but hopefully he'll be back for the combine. I think he will. Buccaneers, their defense is, again, like, they're kind of like the Bengals. Their defense is atrocious. And I think Michael Williams is going to be the pick here. Actually, I don't know. James Pierce is so insanely athletic, but Bucks have already shown they like the bigger guys. So I think it will be Michael Williams, actually. The Rams, they could go off this offensive line. Don't need a receiver. They could go offensive line. They could go or they could go corner. Like, they could go edge. They could go, There's a lot of ways the Rams could go with this. I think it's going to be Shavon or Revel Jr. Last first-round corner taken off the board. Cardinals at number 18. It's going to be Jalen Walker. It's going to be James Pierce. I think it's going to be James Pierce. Insane athlete out of Tennessee. Number 19, the Falcons. We all know what they need, although the pass rush did look better this week. It was just Kirk Cousins sucks. I think Jalen Walker will be the pick here. All right, here we go with the Seahawks at number 20. And yeah, there's lots of different ways I could go with this pick too, man. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna come down to I don't know, man. I think Donovan Jackson's gonna be the pick here. Really big. Sorry about the camera work, guys. Getting too close. Really big offensive lineman out of Ohio State. Really good player. I think that's going to be the pick there. Here we go. That's Luther Burden falls all the way down to 21. That's the second receiver off the board to the Commanders. That's scary right there. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and Luther Burden now. Wow, that's scary. Number 22, the Texans. I think the Texans are going to go with Cameron Williams here. I think that's going to be the pick. The Texans, I feel like they're just got that one missing piece. C.J. Stroud has, he's been great. He's been really good this year. He's kind of taken a slight sophomore slump though. 23, the Broncos. I think they're going to. I think they got their choice of any tight end in the draft. I think Tyler Warren's going to be the pick here for the Broncos. Go out and get him a good tight end. Number 24, the Ravens. Very inconsistent so far this year. I'll tell you that. But there's good offensive linemen on the board, but there's a lot. They have their choice of. Geez, camera works bad. I know, guys. Walter Nolan, I think, is going to be the pick here for the Ravens. The Chargers at number 25. I've had them taking this guy for a while. I think it's going to be Colston Loveland, number 25, tight end out of Michigan. Number 26, the Green Bay Packers. They really need to improve their secondary, but all the good corners are gone. Yeah, it makes it kind of tough. They don't really need to improve their safety room. It's just their corners. They don't really need a receiver. So I think they're going to reach for a corner. I think it's going to be Jahdae Barron out of Texas. Number 27, the Steelers. I think it's going to be a receiver right here. And I think it's going to be the speedy Isaiah Bond out of Texas. Back-to-back Texas players taken. They got their go-up-and-get-it guy in George Pickens. Calvin Austin's pretty fast. I think he's been pretty decent this year, I believe. But Yeah, I think it's going to be the speedster out of Texas, Isaiah Bond. Number 28, the Minnesota Vikings don't need a receiver. Don't know why that's suggested. They could use our line. But, I mean, Tyleek Williams is here. He's such a talented player. I think that's going to be the pick there for the Vikings. Number 29, the Philadelphia Eagles. They're another team. There's a bunch of ways they could go with this pick. They could go offensive line. They could go receiver. You know, I think what the Eagles are gonna do here is go edge, and I think it's gonna be Princely Union out of Mississippi. Again, guys, I'm not good at pronouncing all these names, dude. The Bills at number 30. I think it's gonna be a receiver, and I think Trey Harris is gonna be the pick here over Emeka Ibuka. It's Trey Harris. It just feels like a Bills player. 31, the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, I think, dude, like, there's this talented of an offensive lineman on the board. I think Josh Simmons will be the pick here for the Chiefs. The Lions at 32. You know, like, I think interior O-line, Jonah. Yeah, we're just gonna call him Jonah. What is it with Arizona in these names, dude? I think that would be the best pick for them there. Okay, here we go. Starting the second round with the Oakland Raiders. You know, like, we got the O-linemen here. They're available. Do the Raiders want to take them, though? I don't know. You know, but, like, Emeka Ibuka's here. Amari and Hampton's here. Quinshon Judkins is here. So many weapons, and I think Emeka Ibuka will be the pick here. Number 34, the New Jersey Giants. I think they could go offensive line here. And I think that would be the best pick for them here. They said they're going to be offensive tackle or running back here. And I think they're gonna go with Amari and Hampton out of North Carolina here. I think that's gonna be the pick. I think that's gonna be the pick. Yeah. Ursary out of Minnesota for the Jaguars. Back up to the Patriots. What did the Patriots do here? Took our lineman in the first round. You know, like, there's good D linemen available here. They just go establish the line of scrimmage. I think they do. I think Shamar Stewart's going to be the pick here for the Patriots. Up next, the Jets. I think the Jets are going to go with Jalen Milroe. Just feels like a Jets pick. And now here we go back up with the Tennessee Titans. And, you know, they've been taking quarterbacks in the second round. They haven't had any luck yet. So I think they're just going to go ahead, and I think they're going to go with the edge rusher. And I think it's going to be Landon Jackson out of Arkansas. Up next, the Browns. They haven't had any luck lately with quarterbacks, as we know. But I think they're going to take a draw in the second round here. And I think it's going to be Carson Beck out of Georgia. He's really turned it on out of the past few weeks, guys. I don't know what happened the first few weeks, but he's really turned it on as of late. The Bears at 40. I think it's going to be another offensive lineman. I mean, like, he's here. They need to continue to build their offensive line, and they pick again in 2 picks. So I think it's going to be Wyatt Millam out of West Virginia. Up next, the Bengals. I think they're going to continue building their defense, and I think it's going to be Nick Emmanuel. Yeah, okay, Nick out of South Carolina. Really good player. Been one of the. I mean, like, we all know how good South Carolina's pass rush is. We all know how good their front seven is. But we don't talk about how good their defense just is overall. And he's been one of the leaders in the back end of that defense. Up next, the Chicago Bears went 2 linemen, first few picks. And so I think they might head over to the defensive side of the ball here and pick up Deion Walker out of Kentucky. big steal there for the great draft there so far for the Bears. Up next, the New Orleans Saints. They took a quarterback in the 5th round this year. He doesn't look too great. But, I mean, like, they need edge. And I think it's going to be LT Overton out of Alabama. Up next, the Dallas Cowboys. I just feel like they're going to take a receiver here, even if that's not the best pick here. Because they're the Cowboys, and they're stupid. What do they do here? I think they continue working on their front seven. I think it's going to be JT out of Ohio State. I think that's going to be the pick here. Up next, the Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey ain't looked too great as of late. I think it's going to be Tacario Davis out of Arizona with the pick there. Up next, the Colts. I think they're going to take Mike Green out of Marshall. Edge rusher, athletic as heck. Up next, the Panthers. I think Bryce Young saved his job, guys. I'm going to go Emory Jones out of LSU, offensive tackle. Now, the Cardinals, they could go offensive tackle. There's several ways they could go with this. They could go Derek Harmon. They could go corner. They could go linebacker. I think Trey Amos feels like a Cardinals player here. Now, the Buccaneers, I think they're going to continue to build their defense. And I think they're going to go with J.I. Campbell here out of Alabama. I think that'll be the pick there. My Atlanta Falcons need corner. Denzel Burke's going to be the pick here, I think. Up next, we got the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like a quarterback here would be smart, and I think it's going to be Quinn Ewers out of Texas. Up next, why are they suggesting the Texans draft a quarterback? This makes no sense. Got the Texans, and he fell to them, and I think they're going to take him. Derek Harmon out of Oregon, defensive lineman. Up next, we got the Broncos again. And Quinshon Judkins fell to him, and I think they're going to take him and get another guy for Bo Nix to play with. Wait, that came out wrong. Yeah, let's move past that. Up next, we got the Ravens. Went defensive line in the first round. I think they're going to go ahead and take the first round and second round talent offensive tackle off the board, and I think it's going to be Josh Corley out of Oregon. Up next, we got Washington Commanders. Not taking a quarterback, obviously. I think it's going to be a running back here. Caleb Johnson out of Iowa will be the pick there. And as for the Chargers, they need edge rusher, and I think it's going to be Donovan. Why are there so many goofy-eye names in this draft class? I think it's going to be him. He's big, he's fast, if you can develop him, he could be a top-tier edge rusher in the NFL. 58, the Packers. I think an edge rusher would be smart here. And Jack Sawyer's been great as of late, but we saw him steal the Michigan flag there. And what the Packers need is to rush the passer, and I think Kyle Kennard helps them in the run defense too. I think Kyle Kennard is just what the Packers are looking for. I think that's going to be the pick here. And now we got the Steelers. I think back-to-back South Carolina D linemen / edge rushers will be taken here. Their D line is great, but it's getting old, and I think they're going to start working on it here in the second round. Bills have back-to-back picks right here. They took receiver Trey Harris in the first round. The Bills could use a safety. I think Xavier White. Kevin Winston, Xavier White. Xavier White is a really good player. I feel like Xavier Watts has the higher upside, but I think Kevin Winston's the safe pick, which is what the Bills are probably looking for here. Up next, we got the Bills again, of course. And Jack Sawyer's here. I think they're just going to go the best player available. Up next, we have the Eagles. There's still three. Well, I think these guys are pretty good. I don't know about Nussmeier. Still some good quarterbacks. Gabriel's good. You know. But still, off topic, we got the Eagles. I think Evan Stewart will be the pick here for the Eagles. All right, we got the receiver out of Oregon. We got the Chiefs here at 63. The Chiefs go with here. I mean, like, the corners are here. I think Maxwell Harrison will be the pick here for the Chiefs. And then up next, we got the Lions. Who the Lions go with here? They could take a receiver. I don't really know if there's I think because the guy that they want to get the three main guys that they wanted, all got taken in the last few picks. Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State, T.J. Sanders out of South Carolina, and Kyle Kennard out of South Carolina. So I think it will be a receiver here. I think it's between these two. I think it is between these two guys, and I think it's going to be Jalen Royals is fast and he's got that size, but Restrepo's doesn't drop the ball. He's not super fast, but he is decently fast. I feel like Royals has some good upside, but Restrepo does too. I think Restrepo is the safe pick here. I think Restrepo is just a slightly better player. There's good receivers in this class still. Like, Tez Johnson's good. Kyron Lacy's good. Torrey Horton's good. Torrey Horton got wasted this year. He should have transferred. I know they paid him good money, but yeah, look at his stats, like, compared to, like, the last few years. But yeah, I think getting off topic though, I think Restrepo will be the pick here, and that is my 2-round mock draft. Let me guys know if you agree, disagree with some of my picks. I know my camera works awful, so hopefully you guys still enjoyed the video. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, if you have any video suggestions. Remember to like and subscribe, and go Dogs, peace.